You are here, and so am I. So here we go. Today is Thursday morning. We started at 9:05 because I scheduled stuff kind of funny. That's just the way it is. So I'm going to go into the green room and get my friend Bo. He's in there somewhere. Hang on a second. There he is. What the hell is that?
Well, that's my pillow. That's my Bill Murray 3D pillow. Okay. I'm a fan of Bill Murray, and my sister sent me that pillow, and I love it. Yeah.
Well, I love doing strange stuff. I mean, it's a lot different these days. You know, back in the day when you didn't work at home, you had to be proper, and you got dressed all, and you good morning, you're all proper in the office, and now it's kind of like, hey, we're just gonna have some fun.
Yeah. We've it's interesting that we're all proper. I mean, I'm in the insurance world, right? So when I first started in that world, I wore a suit jacket or suit often without the tie or with the tie, and then the jacket came off, and it was more of a business casual. And then, literally like the pandemic hits last year, and things have changed where we wear jeans and we feel like we're a little more approachable and we're casual and comfortable. And I don't know if it's good or bad, but it feels good,
I think it's good. You're starting to see people for who they are.
Yeah.
And it helps. There's a lot of posers out there on the internet. You can kind of tell when you just get a little deeper.
Yeah. Because
you might look like one way on Facebook and Instagram and Pinterest, and then on LinkedIn, it's like, oh, I've got a degree, and I'm.
Yeah. Yeah. That's interesting. You want to have a little you want to have authenticity throughout your channels, right? Social media channels. So,
I've always thought that people, they want to be relaxed. They wanted to have on, a pair of sweats and a t-shirt.
Yeah.
That's what people really want to have. And they just put on this stuff and God, I can't wait to get these shoes off. Yeah. So now you can. In fact, some people are making money with no pants.
Which is awkward, but hey, more power to them. I've not gone down that path yet. I don't know if you're wearing pants, but I am.
I am too. Why not? I got to get up from here and stuff. So.
Yeah. Well, cheers. Coffee's delicious, by the way.
Dun, dun, dun. Oh, in the green room?
Yeah.
The digital coffee. It looks
excellent
real.
Stuff. Yeah.
Looks real.
Yeah. I mean, you might be able to see the smoke coming off. That's hot. It's good.
Not smoke.
Yeah. So what are we talking about today? What's the latest? Where are we
I was going to ask you what we're talking about.
Well, we talked for just a second about this, and I think it's worth bringing up today. Okay. So I had a conversation with a friend of mine yesterday who happens to be in the financial advisor space. Matter of fact, I had a few conversations with a few different guys that I know that are in that space. But one particular, this individual says that their marketing has shifted. It's changed. It's they were had a budget, a daily budget, and they were using keyword searches in Google, and they were paying less than 20 cents a click, and things were good, right? And then all of a sudden, they just kind of vanished from the search engines, from Google particularly. And so they asked their marketing rep, like, well, what's going on? Like, what do I need to do here? But I don't seem to be showing up. And of course, the marketing rep, yeah, you're correct. You've been outbid. And your competition is now spending over $20-some a click to get that market space. So their 20 cents turned in, I don't know how to do the math on that, but it's a lot. It's not 10 times. It's 100 times what this individual was spending, and they are not going to overbid that. Well, right? Yeah. So I said, that stinks, and it's hard. It's a constantly changing dollar amount. But guess what doesn't change? Outside of when the U.S. Postal Service changes their rates, your postcard can show up, or your card can show up right next door to your competitions. You both paid the same price.
Right.
Assuming you're using the same system to do it. So there is a place for that is a controllable, it's in the world of prospecting. So.
Well, getting into more detail on that, for those that don't know, the paid advertising space isn't just buying ad space. It's a bidding on ad space, not just buying it. And like you said, someone's paying $20 a keyword. If someone pays $20.01, you're gone.
You're gone. Yeah.
So that's why I've turned back to physical postcards. I got a whole bunch of them here. These are some of the ones that came back because people do have address changes and stuff.
Yeah.
So they do come back once in a while. But then I got all these samples.
Yeah, right. Look at you seeing the silver lining to that, right?
Well, I like having them to be able to show, and I'm using that QR code. Let me show you this last one that I did. Because I went QR code crazy here. Where the hell is it?
Get a hold of yourself. Are we losing you to the QR world?
Here's the ad word. Now here's the graphic on the other side. It's a QR.
I love it. You know I love that. I love it. It's huge. It's perfect.
So that's I was just thinking about it this morning, that if a person just kind of gets rid of their old thinking, because like when you buy an ad in a magazine, you pay the $3,000 for a quarter-page ad. It's the same price for everybody. It's not a bidding war like that. But on the online world, it's a bidding war. And if you all of a sudden strike gold and it gets viral, the algorithms are going to show that that's a hot keyword. Yep. So it's showing your competitors, and I don't like calling them competitors. It might be somebody just out there that wants to use the same word as you.
Right.
And it shows it to them when they do their keyword research. And they find out the hot keyword. So it's a self-unfulfilling prophecy, I guess I would call it.
Well, and you know a lot more about that than I do. And I've been learning over the last couple of years more about the digital marketing and the how that process works and the pricing and all that. But that is such an interesting concept, because if your quote unquote competition sees that and that price point's going up, then it's working and it's valuable. So they'll say, well, okay, so what if it's $20? If I make 21, I don't care. I'll spend the money if it's still profitable for me to do that.
That's exactly what they do.
And then, so if you've got big pockets, right? If you have a lot of money in there and you can afford to take the chance. So we had that conversation, me and this individual, and he said, I can't risk taking my budget up 100 times with the hope that the click converts to them, placing their money with me. I can't do it. But a big organization or a franchise kind of thing that has national marketing dollars says, oh yeah, we're going to tackle that market, and we've got the money to do this, and we're willing to risk that 1 month's worth of spend or 6 months. We'll give that a shot and think it'll be profitable. You can't win as the small guy or small gal, right? You can't compete.
Well, there's another element to it too, and that's why I call MailBoxPower. That's what we're talking right now about MailBoxPower, and it's for those that don't know, it's a software platform that utilizes the United States Postal Service to send postcards, greeting cards, and gifts, personalized gifts. And there's more to it than meets the eye under the hood and all that, but I call it my magic marketing tool. And this domain goes to a place where you can learn more about MailBoxPower. And the reason I call it my magical marketing tool is because this is the other thing that I wasn't, the people aren't realizing it. Bo, how many times do you click on something and then leave on the internet?
Frequently.
Yeah, almost always.
Yeah. Right.
Clicking. I mean, how many times do you suppose you click per day? And you're gone. The deal with one of these postcards, if somebody mails you a postcard, puzzle, postcards, and I just love the postcards because they're so affordable, it stays. Yeah. It stays on the desk. I've got these here. I've been mailing them back to myself.
It's sticky, right? It's sticky. Just on a side tangent, because I had my networking meeting this morning and when this was brought up, how many Google searches do you think there are a day?
How many Google searches?
Yeah.
I have no idea, but globally, it's a lot.
The number I heard this morning was 3 billion a day, right? That's a substantial amount of search. Think about that in just perspective, how hard it is to keep up. You have all these people searching. Yes, you want to be present. You want to be relevant. You want to be viewable or findable and all that. But it is a difficult thing in the keyword space. And one last thing, since we talked about this morning, and we try to bring a little value to this conversation, right? We think the magic marketing tool is phenomenal. We think MailBoxPower is phenomenal. We think there's a lot of good marketing things out there. One thing that is a forgotten thing for many, particularly many businesses, is your Google My Business page. Your Google My Business page is often very neglected, yet it is one of the most powerful tools out there, and it's free. For example, Case in point, me. I have an insurance agency. I have a Google My Business page for that Google set up, and it's been verified. And I have my map and my there's some pictures and there's some things there. But I'm told by marketing people that at least twice per month I should be doing a organic post from Google My Business. Just sharing on Facebook, just sharing anywhere else, great. But to drive it, you need to actually post there. Most businesses don't, myself included. I forget about it every time. So and then Google My Business page, they call them GMB. The GMB page, if done right, if it has the information that people need, which is the phone number, the map, the website, it is a more powerful tool or potentially more relevant tool than even your entire website that you've built, because they can get their information here and move on. And so if you don't have that integrity, you're leaving something on the table. And I myself am just as guilty of it. So we're going to make a more of a focus on that to make sure that we stay on top of that. But for anybody watching this, like if that's something you haven't thought about for a second, figure it out or find a professional to help you, because it is a very, very powerful tool. Right?
Well, here's a way to do that. Again, my brain always works on simplicity, because some people want to create this big website and it's not cheap. You got to get someone to do it.
Yeah.
And then there's no guarantee that anybody's going to see it. So if you need to get more traffic to your Google business page, you can use that URL. You don't have to buy a URL. You don't have to have a website. You've already got one, Google My Business page.
Right.
You grab that URL, make a QR code for it, a postcard.
Yeah.
And now you don't have to jack around trying to get traffic to it. You just send out postcards.
That's true. Yeah. And if people land and go to your Google My Business, right?
That's
and particularly if they take action there, right? So if they land there or they land on your site, they do things and they actually click the phone number, they click the map, and they go somewhere in there, Google says, people like this. This is relevant. Yeah. And they're going to stick around here for a while. And guess what? Another ad shows up in front of them, right? So all this is way over my head, even with my spiky hair. I mean, it's way up there.
That's because you're thinking about it more complicated. It can get complicated, but yeah, the basic essence of it is you want to get people there and you want them to take an action. So if you want them to click on something or give you a review or please share with someone, put it on a postcard and say right on there, please go to my Google My Business page by scanning this QR code and give me a review. Much appreciated. Please enjoy your brownies.
There you go. There you go.
So there's other ways to do it. And I think a lot of people aren't thinking about the physical world because they're all caught up in these clicks and follows and likes and shares and virality. And they're doing weird, goofy dances on TikTok to get attention and fake stuff.
Yeah. A lot of that's not authentic at all. You said something, right?
I did.
Send the postcard, the brownies, right? So the company is somewhat famous for the brownies that you can send. They're delicious. They're absolutely delicious. You can have custom labels on them. And within the system, there's this thing called the design store. And the design store is basically a graphic designer has uploaded content that you would pay. Some of it's free. Some of it you pay a small amount so that you have lifetime rights to use this, right? So that you can put a label on. So you don't have to be the most creative person. And there's a package in there that literally says, there's a card that says laughter is the best medicine, right? And on the inside, it talks about, no, they lied. Actually, brownies are, or something like that, or chocolate is, right? It's a great card. And the brownies that go with it, and there's even this custom box that you can send with it that literally is just very transparent and honest. It just says, trying to earn brownie points. Right. And it puts their name on it, right? So you're being clear and like, I'm trying to earn some brownie points here. So it's a separate mailing than say a thank you for your business. A thank you should be a thank you. There should be not a condition of that. You should not even have to ask for the review. You shouldn't have to say, send me the referral. It's just a thank you by itself. But down the road, a second shipment to say, hey, I'm trying to earn some brownie points. Here's some brownies. And if you don't mind, I'd love for a review, right? Mm-hmm. You can have an ask with that because it's clever. It's decent marketing and it works.
This thing, get more clients, show you care. And you can see it's betterappreciation.com. For those that don't know, that's Bo's web address for MailBoxPower.
Yeah.
You can check that out at.
It took 15 minutes for us to get to our topic. That's impressive. Yeah. But you show your clients you care, right? And the real premise with that is if you don't take care of your clients, your competition will. They will. They will find a way in and will show more how they care. And so you got to wrap your arms around the people that choose you for business.
Well, it's interesting, the whole relationship concept. I was doing some shopping and I did some posting for the product that will remain nameless. But then I found somebody that was local here that I've known for 30 years. So I went to them because of the relationship.
Yeah. Right.
I think that's one of the most important parts of all this. And we got a comment. Speaking of people, who is it? Who we got this morning? Oh, it's our friend Mike Wilkie. Good morning, Mike Wilkie.
The guy is as consistent as they come. Good morning, Mike. Top of the morning to you. You know?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, he's always tuning in to see what kind of shenanigans we're up to.
And for those that don't know Mike Wilkie, he's a cartoonist, so you could have him put together a custom cartoon and then put that graphic on the postcard. There you go.
Brilliant. So what else? What else were we going to touch on today? Last time we went a little long. We got to keep it tidy today.
Well, there's the basic, I think what I would like to talk about that I'm trying to get across to people, that this isn't as complicated as people make it seem.
Yeah.
I think that when people see this MailBoxPower thing and they go, another thing for $50 a month. I don't know if I want to do that. I could put that to Facebook ads.
Yeah.
Well, no.
You can do both. Guess what? It doesn't have to be one or the other.
But what I'm trying to get across is there's a lot more to. I show postcards all the time. There's so much more in MailBoxPower as far as products and cards and different kinds of cards and those stick ups and the little puzzles.
Yeah.
That you can put a graphic on, and business card holders and cell phone carriers and bamboo cheese things and coffee mugs. There's more to it.
Yeah.
And you can develop, there's a list builder in there. So if you don't have leads, you can buy them.
Mm-hmm.
Or what are they, like 50 cents a piece or $1 a piece? Or
no, I think they start at 10 cents a piece.
10 cents. So yeah, they're crazy.
And depending on what kind of demographics you're going into, or if you're going into business or personal, the price goes.
If you don't have a list, or if you already got a list, you can upload it into this system. And It's so easy just to go onto your phone, click one of your projects, and then add it to the shopping cart, and then click, click, click. I want to send it to a bunch of people. I just did a postcard yesterday to 10 different restaurants in the area because I want to start doing magic at restaurants again.
I love it.
So I just grabbed 10 different restaurants, created a postcard, grabbed that list of local restaurants, and it's done. Now I just got to wait for it to hit their thing.
Yeah. So I'm curious on that. Did your postcard have a QR code to a video of you doing some magic, or to your website, or where did it take them, if it did? I'm doing it. It was really just at a phone number. Okay.
I did it very vague. The thing basically said marketing magic on the front. And then it said, get repeat customers into your establishment.
Okay.
And it had tableside magic, social media, Facebook ads, email, direct mail.
Yeah.
And it had my phone number, my logo and phone number.
Yeah.
So I did it just to create curiosity, because that's what restaurants want, is repeat customers.
Yeah.
And then I just put those bulleted things that's going to trigger their thought. They're going to wonder, what's this MagicBrad guy? So that was my first in a campaign, just to kind of get them thinking.
Yeah.
And another thing that people don't realize, it once you have your campaign in place, you can schedule all these postcards to automatically go out, and I don't have to do anything.
Correct.
Kind of what I would like to try and get across to people, that there's so much more in this for $50 a month. The whole print merge feature with the brackets, so you can put people's personal phone number or names in there. If you want, you can put their kids' names in there if you want.
Yep.
You could do the custom merge fields if you want to get techie. You don't have to get techie. I'm just saying that there's so much more in this.
Yep.
It's like having a car that's got the seat warmer and the cruise control, and it's got turn signals and everything.
Yeah. Like, oh, you might have adaptive cruise control, but you don't even know how that works, so you don't ever use it. And that's okay, right? But one last piece on this is it's $50, right? $50 to have access to an incredible system or resource.
Oh, I think I know where you're going.
But it can actually become a self-funded
That's right.
marketing program. And people are, well, how is it self-funded? Well, because they offer, like many, many things out there, an affiliate option where if you introduce somebody else to it, and this is not some schemy thing, right? It's not gross. It's not slimy. If you go to the vast majority, I don't know, that's probably overreach, vast majority. Many websites that you go to, if you're purchasing something or you're buying something, right? If you go to the bottom of the website, you will often find the thing saying, become an affiliate or become a partner, a referral partner, right? Because they all want the word of mouth marketing, which works. They want to reward it.
Yeah.
That's all. So this can be something that's self-funded, that if you do this and you share it with the business, another business or a person or a sales rep that says, wow, I need a tool like this. Thank you for helping me. Well, you get compensated for that. And it becomes something that it actually can pay for your fee and more. And that's beautiful. And this is something that, there's things out there that pay you 4 cents to share an Amazon book. Cool. It adds up over time, right? This pays better than 4 cents. And so self-funded marketing program that also helps you run a better business is incredible. It can save you time. It absolutely can drive retention. It inspires referrals. It does so many different things in the marketing space and the relationship space. And so just go to the tool, check it out. And I think you like what you see. That's me, but
I'm in total agreement. And people don't need to get derailed from their primary business.
Correct.
You really don't have to all of a sudden, if you're in financial planning or an insurance agent and stuff, and all of a sudden people say, hey, I thought you were an insurance guy.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Yep.
It isn't about that.
No, I am very much an insurance guy. And I have been blessed with having an abundance mentality rather than a scarcity mentality. So if I find something that works, if I find a cool tool, if I find a resource that's effective, I want to share it. There are people that are wired to say, I want to keep that a secret. I don't want my competition to find out about it. For example, the CEO of MailBoxPower has challenges on occasion to get somebody to do a testimonial because the system was so effective for them because they truly don't want their competition to know about it. I get that, right? But I have an abundance mentality, and I said, you know what? I'm an insurance agent, and I found a tool that really helps me. So I'm going to share that with people. And then I started sharing with people, and next thing you know, I'm like, wait a second. There's an opportunity to kind of offset some of my shipments by just telling people about this. Yeah, of course I'm going to do that. It started before the compensation side. It was, I want to help other people, particularly in my own industry and in my own company. Now, I've also talked to people outside of my company, insurance agents in completely different areas, to say, this is a tool you should probably use,
Well, one thing that's kind of weird about the whole competition kind of thing is this tool can also be used just on a personal level.
Absolutely.
Competition, because the competition is really about the relationship. If someone leaves your business for your competitor, it's probably because you did something wrong.
Yeah. Yeah. It often is. Business stays where it's appreciated and goes where it's asked.
Yeah.
Right. And so, and you can't, I'm in a competitive space, right? I can't always win, and I can't save 100% of the people because the competition wants them to. They're an ideal client, and it's hard, but you got to do everything you can. And if I didn't wrap my arms around some of the people, I did not put my best foot forward, and maybe I didn't earn the business. I had a conversation with somebody yesterday that I hadn't even talked to before. I had talked to her spouse, and she wanted to know more about why did the rates do what they did. And we had a great conversation. Right. And I just said, that's why I reached out when I saw the rates changing. I didn't want to just cash the check. I didn't want you to discover this a year from now when your escrow payment went up and they said it's because your insurance went up and nobody told you. That's not how we want to do business. This is not transactional. We have a relationship. You came to me and trust me for a reason. So, but something else that we've done along the way is, did we send brownies? We did after we started that relationship in the business. Right. So, there's a lot of different things you can do.
Well, unless the rates going up, unless the rates went so up where they couldn't afford them and they had to sell one of their children or something.
Right. Oftentimes you can break it down like, well, if it's $25 or more a month or $20 a month or $10 a month, whatever.
It might not be that big. And the other side of it might be, I just like getting the brownies and the coffee mugs from Bo.
Yeah. Now, you said on the personal side, I mentioned this, I think last week, maybe 2 weeks ago, my cousin, their dog passed away, right? I'm not going to sell them anything. This isn't about that. It's family, but it could have been a friend or whatever. And so I sent a ornament that had a picture of the dog on both sides, and I sent a card, and we're thinking of you. This is tough times,
Mm-hmm.
And he didn't expect that. I'm just this dude, right? He's literally like a brother to me. We're very close in age, and we, grew up together. And but he was touched, right? He sent me a text like, "Man, I really appreciate that." Like they opened it. I'm sure there was a little tear that came down, right? And that's cool to be able to make that impact. But without a system like this, I would have never done that, ever.
Yeah, you'd still have the same intention, but the people don't realize the process of going and buying that ornament and having it done and then having to wait for it to be finished because you want to customize it.
Yeah.
And then having to take it to the postal.
Yeah.
office.
I'm not doing it.
That's too much like work. This can all be done with download the thing, put it in the deal, and click. Like that puzzle thing I sent. My wife had a picture of her family.
Did she get it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Awesome. And it was so easy to do it. I just grabbed the photo and I downloaded my laptop and uploaded into the puzzle thing and clicked put it in the shopping cart.
Yeah.
It's pretty easy to do.
Yeah, it took me less than 5 minutes to create the order that I did. And I didn't have to fulfill it. I didn't have to ship it. I didn't have to do anything. And it showed up very professionally and easy. And it's reliable. So, yes, having a system or resource, that's worth the money monthly to have the resource and access to do one-off personal things or automated things or bulk things, right?
For sure.
For sure.
Okay, Captain, I'm going to put you in the green room. We'll talk a little bit later. I appreciate it. Thank you.
See ya.
There he is. Bill Murray. Ay. So that's what we're talking about today is get more clients, show you care. Better appreciation with Bo Young. And myself with the Magic Marketing Tool. Ba-da-dun. So that's it for now. Peace, love, and happiness. This is MagicBrad signing off. Enjoy your day. Be good. Be kind. Be safe. Be nice. See ya.